Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare playing on Winter Crash, which is a map that I think a lot of fans are hoping will make its way to Modern Warfare Remastered this holiday season. So what is Winter Crash? For those of you guys that don't know, it was actually a free map that was made by Infinity Ward and given to the PC players for Call of Duty 4. It was part of a free update. There was like, hey, here's Winter Crash for all of you PC fans, but unfortunately, the map itself never actually made its way to consoles. Those of us that played Call of Duty 4 on the Xbox 360 or on the PlayStation 3, or God help you, the Wii, we never actually got to experience Winter Crash, which is a big shame because this map is fantastic. It is a scale-for-scale remake, I suppose, of Crash itself. It's exactly the same as Crash originally was, right down to the spawn points and the invisible barriers. And in fact, if you go into a private match on Winter Crash, you can actually still do the exact same old-school glitches on that map as you could on the original Crash. It's the exact same map, just completely reskinned. They made it nighttime. They made it light up in certain areas where previously it was kind of darker, and they also added in some holiday lights, as well as, of course, a big Christmas tree and some presents and some snowmen. But for the most part, it's the exact same map, but with a holiday theme, and people are hoping it comes to Modern Warfare Remastered this December, and I am definitely one of those people. So what evidence do we have that Winter Crash may be coming to the game? We really don't have a lot. The developers have been very quiet on this subject, but there is a bit of a hint, I would say, on Crash here in Modern Warfare Remastered. So if you go to Crash, you will notice that on this building, which kind of overlooks the B flag, we have these stars right here, right? And they have lights inside them. They almost look like holiday lights, right? What's interesting about this is those lights were not on Crash back in Call of Duty 4, and they were also not on Winter Crash, but they are here on Crash in Modern Warfare Remastered. So I have to wonder, is that a hint that Winter Crash may be coming to the game? Is that kind of like a leftover resource almost? Like when they recreate Winter Crash, are those same lights still going to be there? But perhaps this time the lights themselves are actually turned on. They're actually just part of the holiday decor. Like, we're going to have to see. I can definitely envision a couple of scenarios where this would actually make sense for them to give us Winter Crash. So as you guys are probably well aware, I think at least most of you, we are getting a big update at some point in December for Modern Warfare Remastered, which is going to give us the final 6 remaining maps from Call of Duty 4. We're going to have Strike, Pipeline, Block, Countdown, Showdown, as well as Wet Work, and I can see it now. Like when they give us the trailer and the release date for this free update, they're going to have all the maps and they're going to be showing off how remastered, how amazing they look. And at the very end of the trailer, we're going to hear some holiday music, and then it's going to slowly fade into Winter Crash. Like I can see that happening. I think that'd be freaking amazing if they were to actually do that. I could also see a situation where they decide to give it to us as part of a remastered Variety Map Pack. For those who don't know, the Variety Map Pack was the only DLC to release for Call of Duty 4. It brought with it 4 multiplayer maps, and those maps included Broadcast, Chinatown, Kill House, as well as Creek. And I can see a situation where they were to remaster those maps. And again, same idea. At the very end of the trailer, you have like this fade into some holiday music and you see Winter Crash right there. But if they were to do that, they would most certainly have to release that DLC after the holiday season itself. So I wonder if that would even make sense. And also brings up the entire question of, would a holiday themed map even work in Call of Duty these days? Like a Christmas themed Crash, would that be just as fun to play in July as it would be December? Or would they eventually get rid of it? Like if we're in the middle of the heat of summer, would we be excited to play on Winter Crash? I know I personally would. I think that'd be freaking amazing, but would it make sense? I think the only precedent we actually have would be Fog, which was a map that came out in late January, believe it or not, as a DLC map for Call of Duty Ghosts. It was actually a Halloween-themed, kind of a horror movie reference style of map, and even though it didn't release during the Halloween season, it still had a lot of success. Like, a lot of people really enjoyed that map. They loved playing it all year round, although I think everyone can agree the theme of, like, a Halloween-themed map, that kind of fits more year-round than, like, a Christmas-themed map, right? I don't see a lot of people being very excited to play on Winter Crash come July, but we're gonna have to see how it plays out. I hope it actually comes to the game. I really do. And I hope that they do more things like Winter Crash in the future. Like back in the day when they initially gave Winter Crash to the PC players of Call of Duty 4, it came out of really nowhere. And I think it'd be cool if they were to do something like that again. Like what if we were to get a Halloween themed Overgrown? Like out of nowhere, they're like, here is spooky Overgrown. You know, it's gonna be nighttime, maybe thunderstorming. You're gonna have lots of weird ambient lights everywhere. You can have some jack-o'-lanterns here and there. I think that would be really cool. Like they could easily do stuff like that because they just recreated all of these maps. Like they still have all the tools available to them. What if they were to change around a couple of maps with day-night cycles. I've talked about that countless times here on my YouTube channel, but I think it'd be pretty simple. Like, you look at Winter Crash, all they really did is they changed the skybox to make it nighttime, and then they actually gave light sources to the various light locations of the map itself. Like, you walk into a building, the lights are turned on now, whereas previously they were turned off. You could do that same thing on various maps in Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. You could also do something like taking a map like Downpour, which is usually just so dark and dreary and rainy and doom and gloom. What if we were to get a bright and sunny Downpour just for fun, just as a free little map DLC they could actually give us? I think that'd be really cool as well, but we're gonna have to see how it plays out. To get back on topic, the focus of this video, of course, is Winter Crash, and will it actually come to Modern Warfare Remastered? We don't know. They haven't been confirmed nor denied it. I really hope that they do. And if you look at Crash itself here in Modern Warfare Remastered, these stars are in a very odd spot, if you ask me. Like, these don't seem to fit. Like, why do we have these light up stars here? It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I feel as though they could be hinting towards a Winter Crash, but then again, you never know. But I just think it's very peculiar they decided to add something like this to Crash, which is also kind of synonymous with Winter Crash, if they don't plan to actually do something. Perhaps they're hinting at it. We're going to see how it plays out. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.